Okay, so this section is which is the Sdlc called as the software development lifecycle. So let us discuss about the important questions which could be asked in the interviews about the Sdlc, right? So most basic question, I mean, even though let's say you're going for an interview and you may face the first question if you say, okay, you went for the position of the QA, and they're going to ask the first question, okay, what do you understand by SDLC, right? So SDLC is a software development acronym for the software development life cycle, and SDLC is a complete life cycle of a product, right? Since the inception and till the deployment and maintenance, how a software product and what various phases that software product go through. That is about the whole process of software development, right? So software development life cycle is a process, and the process of building a software, that how to plan the software, how the software is then defined, what are the various designing aspects we have taken care, how it is going to be translated to a real product or the software or a web app, and the various testing of that software product, and then after the making sure when it is working perfectly fine with the requirements, then it is going to deploy to the I would say the client side. So all these phases, these are the process. So this is complete process is called as the software development life cycle. Next question which arises that is SDLC a part of QA department or entire IT company? So the answer is no, right? So SDLC is not only a part of QA department, whereas QA department is a part of SDLC, right? And actually SDLC covers the entire IT company, right? So if we see the various phases which is going to come in the next question, so if we see the various phases, that it start from the planning, the project management, then it goes to the business analyst team, then it goes to the software development department, then the next department comes the QA department who test that product, and the next one is the deployment team or the operational department who keep doing the same stuff and supporting the team, and then it is deployed to the customer end. So this is if you see that whatever guys are working in the IT company, they are performing any role in any of these all these departments, right? So SDLC is a complete picture and a complete process which explains the various departments or the entire IT company. And QA is actually a department which comes or which lies in the phase of testing. So all these testing phase of SDLC, that is taken care by the QA department. Okay, so next question is explain each phase of SDLC in detail. Okay, this is very important question, and because all the phases are important. On a broader way, in SDLC, we actually categorize or define the phases as 5 to 6 phases, right? The first phase, which is called as the planning. So what planning is, that planning is creating the plan, getting the requirement or the problem definition, and then decide that this idea should be translated into the reality or the software product. So that designing, the planning is actually done at the first level, which is done by the various, I would say the project managers and the senior the junior managers of the product or the company. Next phase comes as the requirement analysis gathering phase or the defining phase. So in this you define all the requirements, what needs to be gathered at the time of the software, before the time of the software designing, right? So this is about the defining the requirements. Next phase, which comes as the designing of the software, right? So the requirement what you have already defined, you're going to translate those requirements into the phase of designing, that what design should be made, how many modules, what different I would say the systems and the languages and all that stuff which could be used to develop this software. So this is next is going to be the designing, right? And next phase comes as the actually developing or implementing or actually building the product, right? So you can call it from any of the name like developing or the development phase or the building phase or the implementation phase. So that is about the translating all those requirements which has been created at the time of designing and actually building the software product. And then next phase comes as the testing phase. In testing phase, you actually verify, you actually test the product, that what product has been built and what at the time of I mean the requirement document and defining, is it perfectly working matching with the same requirement, and the product which the features are working, are these working perfectly fine, quality the product has been built or not. So this is the phase of testing. And next phase that comes as the deployment and the maintenance, right? So deployment and maintenance is a phase in which when you are sure at the time of the software testing, you go to deploy this product to the client's end, or the customer starts using, and then you keep maintaining with the various requirements or issues pop up. So these are the various five, six major phases what you find when you are actually building any of the software product, right? Next question which comes as the how various IT departments are related with each phase of SDLC, right? So this question is again somewhat relates with the SDLC and as well as the structures of IT company, right? So we know that we have various phases like the planning, defining, designing, building, testing, and then deployment and maintenance. So I mean, in all these phases, specific resources works under the IT companies, and those resources comes as a department, and we're going to discuss that what are those different departments. So the first one, which is the planning phase, in which in this planning phase, all the managers, actually the project managers and the project management office, which comes as the planning, which comes under the planning phase. So these are those senior managers or junior managers, or those guys who thinks about the ideas, who get the information from the client and the problem definition, and these are the guys who actually plan about that software product, that how many resources going to work in this project and how many testers we need. For example, we need 5 testers, we need 5 developers, and we need 2 business analyst guy, we need 3 operations guy in there. So this is done by the project management the department. Next, which is the defining phase. In this, the business analyst team, this department work. These guys interacts with the project managers. These also interact with the client, and they interact with the technical team as well. That getting the requirements and getting some time estimations, that how much time it is going to take, what time we could able to deliver this particular module. So all these time estimations, the business related aspects, they interact with all these the managers, clients, and technical teams, and then they define the requirements on which the project managers and the clients actually sign, and they are agree on those documents. The next phase, which was the designing and development. So the software development department, I would say the popular software development department, so actually deals with all the designing roles and responsibilities and actually developing that software. Next phase which comes as the software testing, the testing. So testing phase, if you see, the QA department, so quality assurance department deals and takes care of all the activities, the roles and responsibilities which needs to be performed at the time of testing of the software product. And the last one, which is the deployment and maintenance. So some guys from the business analyst team as well, and some other guys who actually able to deploy the product or install the software, some operational guys as well. So this is the department, a combined team who actually deploy the software product at the client end for the customers, they can use it. So this is how the various IT departments are related with each phases of SDLC. So guys, these are the interview questions, majorly the question and answer, which would be for the software development lifecycle. And now we're going to discuss about the various interview questions of SDLC.